everyone, so today's video is actually going to be a video that one of you guys requested that I would do, and that is a video all about the books that I regret buying. Now, I'm not going to hold up any books in this video just because my hands are quite weak today and I just don't want to hold up books, so I'm just going to show like pictures of the books, but I do actually own all of these books because obviously I regret buying them. So yeah, I do actually own all of these books. I do just want to say also before I start this video, it's currently like starting to storm outside, but I really need to film today. So yeah, let's hope the footage of this isn't too bad, but I am gonna film this as fast as I can. So let's just get into the video that again one of you guys requested, which thank you for that because it's a really great video idea. And it's starting to rain. This is great. I hope you guys can't hear it too much, but yeah, let's just get into the video. So the first book, or rather series, that I regret buying is the entire series of Harry Potter. Yes, I do own the entire series, sadly enough. I also own it in these like really ugly editions that are like really bright colored, and I really hate them. But I also have no interest in like reading the actual books because I think I've mentioned this before. I've never actually read the entire Harry Potter series. I've read the first 2 books, I think, and that's it. I also haven't watched all of the movies, so yeah, I just have no interest in reading them. Even before like the author became like really vocal about her opinions that are very problematic, which I'm sure you know what opinions I'm talking about considering who the author is. I'm sure you know she's very transphobic, and we don't like people that are transphobic in this house. So yeah, I really regret buying these books because like I felt like I had to buy them because everyone loved these books, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll buy them, and I really regret it. So yeah, I think I will someday read them because I feel bad about not reading them because I bought them. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Maybe I'll read them, maybe I won't. We'll see, I guess. Then the next book that I regret buying is for a completely different reason, not because I don't like the author, but because I don't like the subject of the book. That book is Wonder Woman. It's written by like Leigh Bardugo. She's like one of my favorite authors, but yeah, I have no interest in like superheroes at all. Like, don't ask me the difference between like Marvel stuff and what's the other stuff, like DC or something like that. Don't ask me. I don't know anything about it. Like, I've barely watched any of those movies. I think I've watched like 2 Spider-Man movies, I think. And I'm pretty sure I've watched one of them solely because the guy was attractive that played Spider-Man. So yeah, I don't know a lot about like superhero stuff, so I have no interest in reading this. So yeah, I just bought this because it was written by Leigh Bardugo, and I shouldn't have done that. I have no interest in reading it, so yeah, I regret buying it. Then the next book that I regret buying is Where the Crawdads Sing, which I always forget what this book is called, but I think that's the title. I regret buying this book because I'm pretty sure the author like isn't a great person. I remember like what I heard people say that she did, but I don't want to repeat it because I don't want to get this video taken down. But yeah, she's not a great person. I'm pretty sure you can like look it up if you want to. But yeah, I regret buying this because I heard so many good things about it, and so I bought it even though I didn't really have any interest in it. I still bought it because I heard so many good things about it, and I really regret it because I don't think I'm gonna read it. So yeah, then the next couple of books I'm gonna talk about, I'm only really gonna mention one book, but it's kind of the same for a couple other books in this like genre or world, I guess, I don't know, and that is Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy. Now, this is like a book about, you know, obviously like in the whole like Shadowhunter world. I own quite a lot of them. Like I have like a shelf full of Shadowhunter books. You can't see them because they're at the very top of this bookshelf. But yeah, I have like a full shelf full of Shadowhunter books, and I don't really regret buying like 70% of them, but I do regret the other 30 because I feel like I'm never gonna read them. Like, it's the same for like the Bane Chronicles. Like, I love Magnus, but the book is like so big, and I'm like, how am I ever gonna be able to get through this? It's like the same for Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy. That book is so big. I don't know how many pages it has, but a lot of them. And I feel like I'm never gonna read them because, like, I am interested in the Shadowhunter world. I do want to read more of the books I own, especially like the books that have, I'm pretty sure one of the main characters, or what I think is a main character, is like autistic. And I do really want to read those because I want to see what the representation is like. But the other books, I just have barely any interest in them anymore. So yeah, I kind of regret buying them, but maybe someday I'll read them, I guess. Like, these ones I don't really regret buying as much as like something like Harry Potter. So yeah, maybe I'll still read them someday if I actually find like the, you know, if I can scrape together some effort to do it. But yeah, not anytime soon. Then the last books that we're gonna talk about in this video, because I actually don't own that many books that I regret buying, because I'm really good at, like, you know, stopping myself from buying books that I'm probably not gonna read. And the majority of these books that I mentioned are books that I bought like a couple years ago, so I have gotten a lot better at it. But the books I'm gonna mention now are basically like half of the classics that I own. I have like a full shelf of classics, if you can see it, like at the very bottom. There's a lot of them, and I haven't read like 90% of them. Also, it's really starting to storm outside now. There's still a little bit of light left at like the very back, but like at the front towards me, it's just like all gray. So I hope the lighting is still kind of okay. I just checked it and it seemed relatively fine to me. I think it's mainly because I'm wearing black today, and that kind of like attracts the light to me, I think. So yeah, I'm glad that I wore black today, I guess. But yeah, actually on to like the subject of this video again. I have a lot of classics that I bought. The majority of them were like really cheap, like €1 usually, which is like, I don't know how many dollars that is, or whatever currency y'all use, but it's very cheap, so I bought a lot of them, and I will hopefully one day read all of them. Like, I don't regret buying them that much. It's just that they look very intimidating because there's so many, and I do want to read them, but again, they're so intimidating because they're classics and English is not my native language, and because of that, they're very difficult to read. But hopefully one day I will actually read all of them. We'll see how it goes, I guess. But yeah, I don't regret buying them that much. I just regret buying them like that fast in such a short time, because I'm pretty sure I bought like 90% of these books in like one day, because again, they were so cheap. So yeah, I definitely shouldn't have done that, because now I'm like really intimidated by them. But I will hopefully one day make like a video where I just read like classics for a whole month, which that seems like an absolute nightmare, but I really want to do it because it seems fun to, like, you know, bring myself that pain. But yeah, I'm gonna see how that goes, I guess. So those were all of the books that I regret buying. Obviously, they're not really a lot of like individual books. Most of them are like a genre or something like that, like classics. So hopefully this video was still a bit interesting. Like I already said, I don't really have a lot of books that I regret buying because I'm quite good at not buying books that I know I'm not gonna read. I used to be a bit worse at it, but now I'm quite good at it. That's why I don't own too many of them. So yeah, I hope you guys still like this video. I hope the person who suggested this video liked this video as well. I know that people were probably expecting more books, but like I said, I'm quite good at like stopping myself from buying books that I'm not gonna read. And even if I do regret buying a book after I've read it, I'm still not gonna regret buying it because I still read it. And like, I don't know, like I can't really regret buying a book if I've read it and it gave me something. Like, even if I absolutely hated the book, which I own books like that I bought and I read and I hated it. Like, I'm not gonna regret buying them, because even if I completely hate a book, I will still have enjoyed reading it, because hate reading is also kind of fun. So yeah, like I said, I hope this video was a bit interesting. I find it very funny as well that the second I'm almost done with this video, the lighting gets better. Like, you could have been like that throughout the video, but I guess not. But anyway, I am gonna end this video now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was a bit interesting. I hope it didn't like disappoint. So yeah, bye.